Okay, time for us to do the longest mission in Warframe. This is going to be a few hours long. I do not know whether I'm going to cut this up or not, but this is going to be the War Within. Before you set off, give yourself an easier time. Make sure your Void Rig is leveled. You have to have a Void Rig to do this. We did already go over how to get a Void Rig. On my spare account, though, I haven't fully leveled up Necroloid, so I don't have some of the stronger mods for the Void Rig. But I have already tested it to make sure that we're okay going through. This is going to be perfectly fine. Haven't done any armor ring or anything like this. This is all very basic, just a few bits and bobs on all of the weaponry here. The Void Rig segment really isn't very difficult at all. Same thing goes for the amp. We don't really need a new amp. We're going to get the Sirocco anyway as we go through, so that's fine. And just make sure you bring a decent weapon and Warframe with you. Nova worked really, really well for me, so that's all good. With that being said, the other thing that you need to make sure you are happy with is your railjack. Make sure it's got some mods on it. Again, mine isn't overly leveled. I haven't used a form on it or anything like this. It's not even fully leveled, but it is decent, and I do have one crew member. So just, you know, make sure you're at least moderately prepared. Having no preparation, this will feel like a slog. Having a little bit of preparation, and it's actually pretty easy, so it's really not going to be an issue for us. Luckily, this is repeatable. I knew this was going to be a long mission, so I'm just going to go ahead and replay this. This may have an effect at the end, but we'll see whether or not you can actually change something that it tells you you can't change by redoing the quest. I doubt it, but basically we are going to have a choice with the Lotus later on, so and that choice is permanent, so just make sure that you're aware of that as we're going through. Very cinematic though. If I have quiet moments, I have quiet moments. So I'm just going to enjoy this, guys, with you. Enjoy this, guys, with you. Enjoy this with you guys.
We are seasons. All of us. Growing in the light. Fading in the dark. But once the same. Yet never changed.
Don't be afraid. Brothers, dead. Only call 175.
Say hello to Carl. He's pretty cool, actually. We're gonna get used to this guy. He's gonna get his own mission later on. But get used to him. It's a little bit of a different game mode here. We're gonna get a few, actually.
The worms have swarmed the sector, but we will prevail. Regroup on my beacon. For the queens.
We don't have too many controls right now, so we're just gonna go forward. Let's go. So yeah, we should now be able to operate. Now the key to making this easy for yourself is to actually use the guy's abilities. The wall is surprisingly effective at giving you some protection. Obviously these guys aren't too bad, unless there's a group of them, in which case you do need to be careful. So whenever there's a group like this, make sure you get that grenade on there. The good thing is there's plenty of restocking points around here, so that grenade that we just used, we could just literally get that just here. So we've got stuff shooting at us right now. Get the wall out. Excuse me, battle. Let's get out. Even crouch behind cover. What is this? This isn't the Warframe I know, where it's just blast and forget.
Pilot is dead. What is mission now? Mission! That bloated conjuress swats us down like flies! We're grounded! Call, stop. Tell Call. Impossible! Even if you could get close to that thing, they'd eat you alive!
Grenade. Yeah, that worked out.
Eat? Alive? Ugh. What if food is bomb? Brother Carl! Yes! Find something with a high enough yield! Hurry!
I do like that reaction. Yeah. Nope. Use this to my advantage too. Excuse me, let's get ready first. Think we're looking good. This is just going to keep coming. I think it is. Now we did it. All right.
For the queens.
New, I think we're going to have a change of heart. Hilarious, we're actually getting a mega heist from this. It's kind of funny. There's a Fomori on right now. Haven't covered that in the guide, so I'm going to leave that out. Oh, we'll have ammo by now. No? Yeah, I'll do. I think we've gone past the ammo station somewhere. But I had to practice then. I don't think there was a time when I went this long without a restock. It's too late now.
Searchers must not see call.
Yes, stay out of the light. It's not too difficult. You can see we've got ammo point right here. Look, there we go. Like jump over this bit. That's the main problem right there. Look at that.
Call sneak good.
Into the tent. I love it. It's so good.
For the queens.
Time for an upgrade. It's a Corinth Prime.
For the queens.
It's a good job. The Goonie, I don't use those.
You are so close. Detonate near enough, and your brothers shall live to fight another day. For the queens.
Alright, now you don't really have to fight that much, because once we get down there, it's mostly going to be cutscene anyway. We probably should clear them out a bit. Sure, we're rolling around a bit. Finish it.
I salute you, 175. For the queens! For my brothers.
Don't be afraid.
Oh yeah, that's easier said than done, ain't it? Now first to take over some corpus. I don't think we get extra missions with this guy yet. I wonder if we will later on. Viso. I guess he was less likable. His mechanics aren't anywhere near as fun, I have to say. Right, so, making our way through.
Hold fast to your stations, crews. Our glorious victory is close at hand. Oh, and any remaining techs aboard narrow bend me at once.
Confirming tech aboard. Viso are at your service. Most gilded director, most...
Yes, tech prophet. My command overrides aren't working. I need to break fire control from the fleet. Can you fix that, Vico?
It's Viso, most lucrative and sagacious visionary. Yes, I can try. There's a trace conduit nearby. I can bypass
Great.
it.
Yes, do your thing. There's a nice bonus in it, if you can.
Okay, so first mechanic, we should be able to press R1 and X on the PlayStation. But basically, power 1, that's going to give us the mower. We're going to send it on over. Give it a shot like that. There we have it. I don't think we have a true cooldown, so we should be able to just get another one out.
Why are you shooting at me? Sir, Viso here. Our robotics have gone rogue. The sentients must have latched the grid.
Someone has. Yes. I'll pull some meat crews to cover you. Just get me that override.
Viso. Right, I've got a data pad, secure robot dispenser access, and planks. Right.
Alright, if we can be sneaky, we're going to send our little robot friend in, and we're going to shoot that. If you press it again, basically, if there's one in range, it'll summon you another one. I assume that means that there was one just there, look, so it just brought us another one straight back. These are also able to fit through gaps. We can send them through to some hacking for us. So we're going to come up this way. We're going to send it through this broken door. At there.
Off you go.
Cool. Now we can send it through the lasers, because we can't get through the lasers, but it can. Weird in my opinion, but that is the way.
functioning shield drone dispenser?
Cool, so now we get square, extra defenses. The idea here is we're supposed to run past this turret here and not get destroyed because we happen to have bigger shields now. Couple of enemies later.
How many hostiles ahead? I can't do this.
Yeah, now we get our friend.
Unless
This one actually does the fighting.
Striker Moa.
Now everything's looking a bit better. Go by, keep going by. Let them fight it out. We don't really get anything out of fighting if we don't have to. Come on. Just gotta get around.
Turrets look a little less scary now that I've got a Striker Moa.
Yeah, Striker Mode wins, basically. It's just to follow me. Leave me alone. I can see it on the minimap. Alright, so we've done this before, right? So, let's get you over.
If I don't stand down fire control soon, we'll all be sucking vacuum. Tico, what's taking so long?
Sir? You want to disengage fire control from the fleet? I don't understand.
Look outside. We're all about to be under new management. Now do your part, or I'll find a more forward-thinking replacement.
Alright, so my shield drone seems to go missing, so we can summon one from there. Plan in this little part then is to get one of the little bomb guys in here. We need to put the shield on it, right? So we pressed on there, that's gonna go through now and protect the breacher mower, which we can now send over that way. If you don't do that, it's gonna get destroyed by the lightning. Or electricity, more accurately. Alright, then you want to stand on here and then send the bombing mower over there. I should activate this. That's my shield, boyo. Come on, give me that. Make sure we got a bit of everything. There we are. Apologies. Such a polite little fighter bot. We're on 25 minutes. That's pretty good, actually. I'm doing okay. Alright, so this bit can be a bit tough. Now, if you can get it in certain parts, you can actually get it glitched out against the roofing. I'm probably not going to get that lucky during this.
This is why we need that command override back. The board just can't face reality. So, what's your plan, Tiso?
Plan? You mean I have to? Okay. I guess hit him in the knees? Trigger his attack routine? That should leave his shields vulnerable. In theory.
Clever. Get to it.
Am I a traitor to the board? Yes, sir.
Alright, so we're going to shoot his knees till the shield is down. Or should I say the armor is down?
All his power is going to his attack. Shields, vulnerable. Beams, incredibly dangerous.
So this is much like we did before. Excuse me.
Gotta blast those shields while I can. Trigger those shields and that will force his self-repair routine.
So when he goes down now, we actually want to send in little bomb bot. Excuse me, get over there.
Quickly now.
And have it blow up. There we go. Need to get another one out. Let's go over this way. Same thing again, so let's just get a leg down. Oh man, I can't get it from there. Right, you need to go down. Can't get it. There you are. Can I get you there? Yes, perfect. So like I say, staying under this roof thing that we're at seems to be the way. Right, now we wait for it to come down. Hopefully the shockwave doesn't come through there. That's good. Little bomb bot. Come on. Right there. Right there. Come on.
Quickly now.
There we go. Jackal is defeated. That went way smoother than when I practiced, actually. We'll take it.
Our new management is about to pay a personal visit. Be quick. I've got to stand down fire when they dock with us. Well done, Vico.
There we have it. Quick hack. This should need basically no tutorial at this point of the game.
Attention, crew. Stand down. All stations. You'll be pleased to know that I, Alan V, have negotiated a peaceful and profitable transfer of power to our new
Fleet control. Firing sync re-engaged. Authorization? Corpus Tech First Class VSO-R. Take your shot. For profit.
I hope you modded your railjack.
The enemy's eye turns upon our allies. Quickly, press onward.
So this is pretty simple right now. We're just fighting these little sentient ships out in space. They're pretty fast, so trying to outrun them doesn't really work. I did try it quite a lot. We are tough enough to just ignore them though, once we need to, because we are going to have a period where it just says, oh, go to this ship. And we won't really need to care about them at that point. Wait a minute, wait a minute. What are you doing? You wanna... Alright, come here, you. Get in there. My very basic railjack. Well, like I say, just a couple of crew members makes everything completely different.
You sure about this? It should be me.
No, Tenno. Your warframe will be useless until I clear the Orphix fields. Then
There we are.
meet inside.
So now we just need to push forward.
What if the Lotus won't?
If I must, I can make the harder choice.
How tediously human. A slapdash alliance making a feeble last stand. If you all crave death and a final flash of glory, I am more than happy to oblige.
Intruders on board.
Alright, you want to play, huh? No matter. You'd think Teshin would be able to handle them, eh?
Systems rebooted. We are good to go. Onboard threats eliminated.
Let's go.
Sai, charge the slingshot.
You will need to get closer to your mother's ship.
Huh? Did you just...
Squadron incoming. The enemy is wise to our diversions. If hull integrity continues to drop, this will be a one-way trip. Mothership in range. Problem, slingshot damaged. Crew, hold position while I route a bypass.
Do you think there's a shred of Lotus left in the tar? All this time, it's been dying. The tomb of scorched fruits rotting whole.
They don't have enough ships at this level.
Ready for launch.
Attention. I'll be awaiting your signal, so I can bring her home.
I'll clear the Orphix and we'll do it together.
Right, aim at the rail jacket bullshit. Right. Is that you? Alright. Not too bad. Teshin's entrance. Let's now get to session for a bit. This is probably... yeah, probably the most annoying bit, if I'm honest. Teshin's pretty good, actually. But,
Orphix fields will be scattered.
And I think they did some of the enemies on health and stuff. Some of the encounters take a bit of a time. So, you see that colour there? You see how that's glowing blue? The bottom right corner, you can see that we've got the ice, fire, and lightning sign. So those are going to basically correspond to different elements. And we have to deal with each of the enemies with their specific element, which is what makes this take quite long. Where did that enemy go? So I can show you. Oh, so you're red, look. So we're going to need fire for this one. This means if you've got 3 enemies around you that have got different elements, you have to deal with them individually, even though they're coming at you as a group. Which actually means that in generally speaking, as we go through, we either want to avoid fights we don't have to do, they're also annoying, or we want to try to deal with them one-on-one and try to kill them out as we make our way forward. So we're going to avoid fighting groups, basically. What? You know what? I never even used that before.
Oh my. Otis wonders what we are getting into.
So we've got a fire one. So we do have a ranged attack. It's just a bit slow. It doesn't do that much damage. And you do want to clear out here because we're going to be walking around all of this in a minute. You'll see. Purple obviously is lightning because what else could it be? Is there any more up on the sides right now? No. Okay. Moving forward. I think we're going to be doing it here. Blue. Yeah, that's right. So, this is how we get... There's going to be 3 of these all together, right? So, we hit one of these.
Requires a power source.
Nope. Hit it. There we go. And then that's going to move off. And then we've got a timer to go and hit that again. We can do it at range, so that's not an issue. But this is what I'm saying about you want to have some stuff cleared around, because if you try to do this while you're being attacked, it's a bit annoying. I think it's dropping me health right now. So this is the easiest of the 3 that we're supposed to call these. Those are like seeds or flowers, right? But we have to fight off the enemies now, as quickly as we can. It's a blue. Now we have to wait for Ordis to take down the shield. Come on.
Ordis.
Yes? Would you like me to deface that for you?
I don't know why Teshin doesn't like Ordis so much.
Swing away, Teshin.
Hit this. Whatever reasons we hit the center, the petals of what is kind of like a flower shape break off. And we can move on. Do we need to defeat these ones? Well, I mean, it says we do. Let's do it.
Relics, aren't we, old man?
See what I mean by, is it annoying now? So you'll start blocking attacks for each other. So we're going to abuse the slide attack, because the roll doesn't exactly give you iframes, which is generally speaking what I want from a roll in the game. I don't know why we made this such a like action combaty thing, and the roll doesn't give you any immunity. Right, anyway, hold again. Yeah, you. There we are. So whilst this mission is like, I actually really like the War Within as a whole, but this part just need a little bit more.
The Tenno freed you from your oath, did they? Does
This
that
is a turret,
absolve
so you probably want to break this.
their sins?
Purple, alright. What? I thought I put it on. Blue. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, nothing that we need to pick up really. So this is just a ouch, a little fun situation. Really need to pay attention to when them pods are on the walls. I believe, is this going to be another one right here? Or is it further on? Ouch, stop it. Yeah, so don't activate that yet. We want to go out, clear this a little bit first, because otherwise it's just a pain in the ass. Come on. Because yeah, trying to get around with all this fighting here. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be the way. Gotta do it really cool. Blue. Red. It's really weird moving around without a bullet jump. I think that should be pretty much okay. Let's just deal with the tower. What turret? Is it specifically called a turret? Yeah. No, tower. It is tower. How long it takes that to recharge. Hello, purple. Come on. Ah, there we are. There. Whoa, that actually went too far. Oh man, really? Can't miss that one. I get that from here, hopefully. Yeah. That's it. Right, I'm gonna go past that. Sorry. So that's obviously the mines that I keep setting off on the walls. I just need to, I need to not walk near them. They just always end up being in the way that I want to walk. So this one's gonna have, I can't remember what this is called. Typholit? I can't remember what it's called. So this one's gonna have a bigger enemy in it. You've got to be careful of that. Is it this one? Or not the next one?
Teshin, are you
Losing it.
feeling unwell?
How did that do damage? What's that, the wrong colour? Right, blue, blue. That's good. Stop that. Where is it? Oh, that was going to be another one there. I'm sure I spawned me one in here before. Maybe I got lucky. There it is. That's what I have to beat. This one changes its elements. So I think right now it's on blue. You can see that kind of at the bottom. I don't really fancy like standing there and trying to fight it like one-on-one properly. So we can either do... Ooh. There's some smooth ground here. Slide attacks are pretty good. Just get a decent hit in and then get out of the way. Jump attacks are good. And range attacks are good. I'm not going to stand there fighting it properly. Once it gets to like about a third of its health, it's going to change element. Oh. Where'd you go? Weird. I guess it's gone to fire now, look. It doesn't really change anything else other than it's changed its element. Let's change the lightning now. Let's change. Okay, it's on low health. Get up there and enter the finisher move. Whatever that is for you. For me, that's square on the PlayStation. I don't know what happens if you don't get there in time. I haven't tried it. Don't let that happen.
Just one left and Ordis would be able to safely signal the operator to join.
I will decide when it is safe.
There we go. Clear.
She and her void brood toppled a golden age of order and honor. Do you really believe this chaos is freedom?
Doesn't really. All the way up there. Can't get up there. Session doesn't have the bullet jump that the Tenno has. Let's just say the Warframe. So again, you're going to want to clear this out at least a little bit because we don't want to be facing off against loads of enemies while we're trying to get around. So I'd say at least thin them out. Purples. 2 for once, yes. Did you change? Let's just have a quick look around at the top. Yeah, this one's going to lead us around pretty far, so just make sure you've got decent spacage. Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, I think we're mostly okay. Let's just deal with that turret down there. Something shot at me there. You. Okay, so before we go over, I feel like it's a good idea just to show you guys a little bit of layout stuff. Because it's going to go all over the place, and knowing how to get up and down. I suppose we have the obvious disc, but knowing how to get up and down is a good idea. So it's just good to note that we have this ramp right here, which allows you to get to this bridge. Things are going to cross over. Oh man, stupid mines. We don't do that now though, because that means it won't slow me down in a bit. We are going to want to cross over this bridge in a bit, so it's just worth having knowledge of. Come on. think we're looking pretty okay. Alright. So I'll go towards power source. Do the fast way. Alright, let's get over there. Come on. How far it goes. You don't want to be 5 minutes doing that, do you? And up there, look. So this is where we're going to go ahead and take the ramp. Literally the one that I just showed you. I thought we broke you. Damn it. Sometimes just slightly off. Where did that go? There, look. So we're going to go across the bridge. Get a good aim on, otherwise it's going to be bad. There we are, I'll go back. Get this done. Into the wall. For Typha list number 3. Is that what it was called? I don't even remember what it was called. Oh man. More! So what's supposed to do when it's 2? Right, lightning. Let's get that. It's usually ice first. The thing. They're most annoying movies that dive. It's very difficult to not get hit by the AoE afterwards. No, like, melee crit modifier, is there either? Look. We get no combo modifier. Oh, where's the big one? Not you. There it is. Typhoon. That is what it's called. Is it called? Yes, it is. I was correct. Ouch. Stop it. You man. Right, spit in top. Oh, yeah, you get yourself stuck. Everyone loves that. You lightning now. Come on. Probably stuck. Wow. Tragic. But I will not cry for you.
Almost done, session. Fixed fields are disabled. The operator should be cleared to board.
First.
Just give us a bit of a skip forward there, save some time. I think there's another one here. No, it's not.
To me, old man.
Old man.
To show you how this war ends. Not with brutality, but with hope. Not with lies, but truth. A truth for all who are strong enough to believe. Even you.
Let's go.
You're going to want to see this. Watch the veil do its work.
I think the quicker thing is probably to not interact with this.
Cool water flows, the moon behind a cloud.
So you can tell it to attack. You can't win this, so
Give in soon. They all will. And this war will be over before it even begins. Not with bombs and blood, but with truth. They programmed you and your kind. Now it is our turn to program them.
Summon your devil. It's time.
Why?
See the veil work, turning his memories inside out, making him see the things he's lost, putting pain where it serves us. A lost love, perhaps. Her life cut short by the very Tenno he had sworn to protect.
Call out, old man. Give her justice. Give her peace.
I can see her. Hello? Why?
One for the reject pile, then.
Goodbye, my love.
Let me go, child. Let me go.
I can't! I won't! You cannot kill the devil, Tenno. But you can send it back to hell.
Okay, so we get taken back to a special login screen, and we are now basically in this until the mission is finished. So, if you're following along, we need to see the thing through to the end.
All as one. I stand before you, last of my kind, an orphan of Tenno massacres. But their violence did not end with me, did it? It carried on to all of you. Grineer languished in their torture plexes. Ostron clades starved for Tenno tithe. Corpus pupils weeping Tenno praise under blade. Solaris souls blackened the skies of Tenno foundries. But now is our time. An era of peace and security. The devils have been cast out. And by the void, the Tenno shall never return.
Whoop whoop. It's time. So anyone that's already done Teferi Paradox or has been following along, you should recognize exactly who this is. It's all going to get explained later on. And this is the pistol that we want. It's going to be a much better amp than the moat amp.
Comms are bad tonight. How many prisoners you think?
Too deep to know for sure. But what if there's an Archon down there?
Don't do that.
Now, if you can get the reload in the middle there, this is a bit like active reload from Gears of War. That's how it feels. I sometimes even habitually press shoulder buttons to try and do it. Basically, it means that the first shot and the next kind of magazine will be supercharged. It's very useful, and in fact, you can do it a lot. You can rescue the prisoners if you want to, if you're the kind of person that feels bad about digital people. There's no bonus for doing it, so I'm just gonna... Well, maybe I'll press the buttons if I'm near them, but if I'm not near them, I don't really think I'm gonna go out my way for them. Everyone here has quite a few enemies, and it's easy to go down, so you want to be quite careful about how you are dealing with stuff. All right, like if you get really damaged, it's a long time to wait, like heal yourself back up with the heal ability that we have. Charged up. The good thing is the charged shots do pretty much kill the normal lances in one shot, and if you get a headshot with it on even the heavier stuff, they will also go down in one shot. I have the scanner. I don't find the scanner to be that useful most of the time, but the smoke one is very useful. So we've got pretty much as much range as we want over here, right? So get this guy down. And we are looking to hack these. Just make sure those things are around you. If you start getting attacked whilst you're hacking, you're probably going to not be doing very well. I suppose I haven't explained about that. It's just basically mirroring the movement of your cursor. It's not like the most complicated thing to do. I don't know why this feels very Star Wars to me at this point. Entered it. It doesn't matter. There's no need to pick it out. Yeah. I'll just keep moving forward. I've got myself wondering if there's a trophy for rescuing them. It's like, I wonder if there is. Never really spent that much time looking for them. Same thing here, though. Alright, so we've got heavy gunner. Like I say, because we didn't get the headshot, that's going to take more than one shot. Not really needed it right now. We do have smoke, which will basically put you invisible. If you get caught out by something like that. Bombards are the biggest risk. Because they do a lot of damage over an area. Still couldn't quite get the headshot from that angle. I thought I saw a terminal. No? I thought I saw one of the terminals we need. That just wants us to do the guards, that's why. But they've got me. I suppose might as well get them all. We're going to do some very similar missions to this with Carl. Once we've done Veilbreaker, which is basically available after this. So maybe there's something to be said about getting used to finding other prisoners, because that will actually help you out. Hello, you. Guess we'll find out now if there's a trophy. No, not even an achievement. So, like, if you miss one or go past one, don't bother going back for it. That's what I'm going to say about that. What we got? What we got? What we got? If you got a headshot, that was good, wasn't it? think a lot can appear here, so we need to be careful. Much like with Teshin, this is much more about trying to not get mobbed. I think the pistol counts as silence, which is why they're not all alerting on me.
Patch in and I'll release the door. It's clear. Maybe an hour come.
Stay cool.
I have no idea what that means. Let's hope you're not too late.
No! No! Krunamekta, please! Ostrom cleans star 10 times. All as their apostasy.
It's not good. Recommendation. Get some invisibility on the go. Come on. Get some melee on the go. Here we are. How's that for you? You need to get out of there. Like, your legs gonna hurt. Yeah. See what I mean? It's the explosives that get you without you really noticing. Give me that health quick. So we're about to see our first Archon.
Easy now. I'm not going to hurt you. Let me get that thing off your face.
All is one. All is one. All is one. All is one.
Interesting to note that that is Mag's body, by the way. Say what you will about that. So I don't worry too much about fighting, but if it like saves you getting shot a couple of times, it's not a bad idea. Well, you don't get stuck at all if you can help it. Up to the right hand side once we get to the door. I'm gonna jump over this. Heal on. I like the stairs on the right hand side because I think water comes down the middle. Am I wrong? No, water came down the side I went up at. Okay. Made it out though. It's all good.
Since the tenor left without saying goodbye. Since Narmer and the masks. Since truth became a luxury few can lay their hands on.
Alright, so this is going to be like an optional internal for your orbiter soon. So you won't have to be in a spaceship. We could also now instead have this kind of like base setup, which I think is actually kind of cool. It's technically not as convenient because it puts a loading screen between the front and the back. But I do kind of like it at the same time.
Hey! Give me that. All right. Good to see you too.
The dying mother.
What do you think, Orders?
What do I think? I think finish her. This is torture. What's left of her is just wasting away. We've tried everything. I have no care and feeding of eidolons in my data arrays. We don't know what we're dealing with.
No, we don't. But you know someone that does.
I know someone that...
That's not actually stitched on. It's kind of crazy that sleeve is not attached. It's not attached to the clothing.
Don't call me that.
Sorry. If you want to get to the outer systems past Narmer, we'll need a Corpus shuttle.
Alright, let's go. Okay, then get rid of some sneaking. And I'm hoping I can do this fairly effectively, because you can end up with quite a lot of resets here if you're not careful. So it's come around the side. If you trip their eyes a little bit, sometimes it can stop them from patrolling, and that can really throw a spanner in the works. So just try not to get caught at all if you can help it.
Or you'll be sucking black ooze before long.
They can see quite far. Don't be fooled by that those lasers are looking at the ground. Okay, I want to come around this way. Oh. So he didn't fully spot me there because it was a bit slow. But it will chase after you, so just be careful. If he gets to you, it's instant reset, so... Just like I said, be careful about it. We're going to go further down this way. I thought this way... Yeah, behind that one is there.
They'll seal you in.
So this is one you definitely don't want to like mess up with, because if you trip his lasers, he's going to be a pain in the ass. And he goes round in a circle, actually, so we should be able to get round there. Yeah. To the vent. That's right. The vent's pretty safe. We're okay in here. We're going to go past the vent kids, which apparently managed to not get caught. Apparently, I suppose corpus children don't need to eat. Haven't really dealt with much of this kind of stuff yet. But I have been waiting to do open world stuff till late, because things like starting to build up amps and focus, this other thing, I feel like is better once we get A, better amp for dealing with eidolons, and B, better lenses. People that some people watching this will know what that means, but later on we'll deal with it. Okay, so when he's turned around, excuse me, yeah, now we can get over. Now we're gonna have to wait again. And once he turns his back in a second, we want to go straight into that container that's just to the right of him. I'm sure there's other routes, but this is what works for me.
Hello, hello. Missing your brain buster then?
He's
We can't risk
what? He's in a bit of a different timing than I'm used to.
Can't risk what? Jank cipher comms? Already blew it. But listen, if you're here to muck with Nama, I'm keen to lift with you.
Yeah, there you go, worked out just fine. So here, you kind of need to be the opposite side to what they're looking, right? We're going to get straight out there like that. Quickly as we can. This is best with the roll, because he's fast. Hopefully that didn't mess his thing up. Oh, it was the far one. How weird. Yeah. Could be just pretty good. Into the lift. Now that went pretty smooth. It's almost like I've done it a few times. Man, it was quite long getting through to practice getting through some of these. I don't know why I'm going that way. Why did I do that? We're going this way.
Hey, leadership, corpus tags.
Then you'll be wanting to pay a visit to that bleeding brainbuster factory. I know a shortcut. Might grab yourself a K-drive if you've got the legs for it.
This is a very easy ride forward, so I will skip a little bit here.
Way inside is
Alright, so we've arrived. So let's deal with these.
You don't know what effect it will have on you. There's got to be a better way.
Afraid not.
Just gonna hand cannon my way through.
Pops my plugs to think that some people take the veil by choice. Warm lies are more comfort than cold hard truths, eh?
Sad to say, there are a lot of people that like the whole let the government control everything. Private people should not be allowed. Let's not get into it. Let's avoid that. Let me live in the hive mind.
Bail up and I'll mark the shuttle uplink once you're inside. Think happy thoughts, yeah?
So beautiful to behold. How do you feel?
So this only kind of disguises against these guys. The deacons, the ones that look like little floaty priests, are not going to be fooled, so...
We found you within the door, Chairman. Failing. Evil. Void in your heart. But Ballas. He saw a lost child in need of a father. As you recovered, he noticed me less and less. What good was I to him? If you weren't sick. I loved him. But he only loved you. The stasis streams were the only choice I had. Your harrowing dreams of mother, father. I made them nightmares.
Blending in nice, but I'd still give those deacons a wide berth. Did you know they can detonate those veils if they smell a rat? Take your face off that.
So, we have to sneak both sides anyway. I don't think it really matters which side you do first. So we're going to sneak under here.
You did, and I didn't. Needed you focused.
I'm going to slowly make our way around here. I can't remember how far that one comes around. Let me just double check as we wait here. We've got to get to that lift. You can see it's highlighted in white anyway. Pretty sure it doesn't do a full loop. Yeah. So once he turns that way, we can now make our way around. Stay in crouch mode. I think sound does matter. Alright. So you've got to be quite careful here. I think we get away with it. That's what I did before. I just kind of went past like this. And it kind of like has this little fit, but it's not long enough for him to come and get us, so we're okay. Just. And then walk our way around. Now we've got to get to the other side. So we're just going to drop down. I don't quite know what his pattern is. Now we can go and do side 2. She's upstairs. We're going to go ahead and basically get understairs like this. And when he patrols back over that way, we're going to go up the stairs. What? No, he saw me. Okay, then round 2, we're back to under the stairs. I don't know why he stopped right at the bottom. Usually he turns around. Right, let's wait for him to try to get... There we go. It's really weird. I don't understand why he saw me. I guess I must have gotten too close to him. It's worth knowing that it is a full reset, so be careful. Did he just see me? Is that because I waited too long? That's a really tight window, that is. But we're through now, so it's all good. Yeah, this way. Here we go.
He saw through my deception, and my judgment was swift and true. He cradled you in his arms, saying, "Child."
Child. My child. Forgive me. Wake from this horrid dream of hers. The world outside is waiting for you. These horrors of Zariman arise only to hold you ill. I love you.
Alright, keep sneaking through.
I can't.
Take it off, quick!
Oi! Focus! Jab that console, quick! Oh, guts! You've been rumbled. Right, leg it out the back before your mum...
Get out of here.
I've sorted your shit. Had a little nugget for myself while I was there.
Do not think it's worth it to fight with them all. Although we can fight these ones.
Good old Tenno days. Expect those brain busters might be on the back order for a while. Been a pleasure lifting with you, Drifter.
We are out of there. Whoop, whoop.
Holdouts. I just got word on the way. Narmhead factory got hit. No doubt the handiwork of that drifter we've been hearing about. Feels good to have a little bit of truth in the world.
Alright.
Navigation is marked, but I hope you change your mind.
So is this where we go and see... Yes, it is. This is where we go and see our new friend. I actually quite like this mission. This mission's pretty cool. We're going to get some unexpected help.
This confirms that you are clearly insane.
Peas in a fire.
There's a lot of fighting to be done here, and I think I found it was just better to fight them rather than try sneaking around, so we're just gonna... do it from range. Generally speaking, we have like a hyper-accurate pistol, and they are not exactly the best at dealing with that, so... That grenade though, that might deal with me. Missed it again. Alright, so I've seen before about how it's feeling like you're getting caught out. Damn it. There's a button delay there on the reload. Come into my office. Let me deal with you. Very little to be collecting here.
Exalted. The dissident remains entrenched in the shadows below. The sea runs crimson with the blood of our faithful. But I will prevail. In Narmer's name, all is one.
Ooh. I got behind. No, I didn't see you. Always heal as soon as you get a chance. That's my biggest takeaway usually. Down you go.
The unclean spirit thins
Thanks,
out
friend.
the shadows. It will not matter. My faith is too strong. The light of Narmer will bring it the truth. All as one.
Just clearing our way through. It's almost peaceful, ain't it? Nice to see you got some moves still, buddy.
Only I remain. The test of my faith in trembling light. But I am not afraid. Alice,
Hello, sir.
his love is within me. All is one. All
Even the Golden Lord of Lies cannot kill you, Tenno.
She lives! Now.
No. She only lingers. And without her kind, not for long. Their search for her remains has long since begun. The shadow can dispatch you swiftly. A mercy. The Archons will not.
What do they want?
The same as you. To raise the dead. Only they have the power to do it. Unlike you. You are just as incomplete as she is. No metal beasts. No void fury. They will snap you in half and plant a veil on your face.
Not
Not if you help me.
Help you? Of course. What are friends for? Let me explain what you are up against, friend. You see, the Archons were made by my son, Era. Hybrid abominations of the old war, raised from the blighted battlefields where Sentient and Warframe fell.
So, we have to ask about all three of these anyway, so let's just start from the top.
Is that an owl?
The owl is named Boreal. His trident strikes from a great distance. Deadly, chaotic arcs. One might avoid them with a keen eye, if you can anticipate their faint threads before. Even the very ground you walk upon will become Boreal's weapon. He may have a weakness at this moment, but it is not obvious. Worst of all is the paralyzing screech. Terrifying, yet this moment is your only chance to close in, unseen, and strike.
What do they call the wolf?
Amar. He will gnash his fang blade, filling the air with deadly coils of flame. Survive the flame, and you might see frenzy. A relentless fury of slashes. Only the greatest of force will subdue him in this. Should he howl, the pack will appear. Mirrors of himself, meant to confuse. Only the true eye can distinguish the alpha among them.
I've seen this snake before.
You know Naira, the eldest. Her whip cracks with an Eidolon's wrath. Bone-shattered shockwaves unleashed by every unfurling of its tip. Her whip is more than pain. It is protection, and more. For if you stand in awe of its spiral, the great thunderclap that follows will knock you senseless. Though, she may be diminished somewhat by this exertion. And her gaze. To meet her gaze is certain death. Only by turning away would you hope to survive. Vainglorious. Whelp, that's it. Off you go to die. You have nothing to fight these beasts with. I cannot guess how many lives Ateno has, but you seem eager to lose another.
I've got work to do. You can lay here all you want, doing nothing, wallowing in ancient grudges. She chose the Tenno. But Ballas and your groveling son, they used her. They'll do it again and again, burning her up for whatever suits them and tossing the ashes when they're done. They cannot have her.
Tenno, wait. I have wallowed here. It is true. Fading in this deep hole, waiting to die, but without release. Held here by a purpose I cannot abandon. That she is free. So no, they cannot have her. But hear me, even if I help you, even if by some miracle you succeed, she will not be the same. Even for us, death leaves a mark. Do you understand?
I understand.
A weapon as old as those you hunt. Not a rock.
Okay, so we have another weapon that has some timing to it. You'll see as you charge up, we have this bit at the last bit where if we let go, that powers up the shot. So that is actually better than fully charging the bow and release it. So just bear that in mind. We're going to get trained on this in a second anyway. Let's make our way out.
If you are worthy of Netherluck, you won't mind a little test, will you?
So it just wants us to beat them right now.
Archons will raise the dead to swarm you, but Myra is not the only one to call thunder.
Cool, that's that done. I think next up he wants us to do like short shots. That was just supposed to be like a play. Have to actually walk around. It's so weird. It's like, haha, we've actually laid platforms out for you. No bullet jumping.
Netherluck can fire fast and true, but you will need to time your release with the weapon's rhythm if you hope to pierce the blighted skin of an Archon.
Yes. It's a lot of brain power, that's what I say. Timing, aiming, moving.
You are quick to it, but facing the Archon will not be as easy. You must study and prepare.
Now it's going to test your speed as we go up the lift in a second. I might show how this works and then skip by it because it's kind of a long segment for not very much, really. So these are going to get attracted to, as you see. And there are a lot of them. And they don't become active until you get closer, so you can't, like, preemptively destroy them too far ahead. So you kind of have to do them in order. It's going to stop partway up and then we cross to the other side. I guess we're going to do it. I was going to skip and then decided, yeah, let's just go up. And we've got some more. This one just seems to be about, like, trying to get you to do this fast. See that? Then I aimed at the top one there because it wasn't activated. It didn't destroy it. It's also got a good punch through, obviously. So cover is not going to be an issue. Although I do think there are times when having this charged and just able to shoot straight away is an advantage. Just to get stuff like that. Like light stuff that's just pouring fire down on you. But then again, I suppose if you can move behind cover, you should punch through that, really. Obviously, this works better in tight spaces because it's got punch through. Next lift. Same story again. Wow, as if it faces me back down so I can't get ready. As well. They're really sabotaging here. No preparation allowed. Right, so that quiet a bit there. And you could have maybe gotten a couple of the others sorted. They decided no. Fine, bit of platforming. I don't know what happens if you fall off here. That could be bad. I'm not trying it. Sorry. We are almost out, though.
Oh, but, you're
You!
I can hardly believe it. He actually agreed to help?
Yeah. Bastard even gave me homework.
You cannot kill the devil, Tenno. But you can send it back to hell.
Quiet down, please. Stand for pledges.
By the glory and wisdom of the Seven, I give my life.
By the glory and the wisdom of the Seven, I give my life.
You wanna get the tension again?
To carry the sacred light of our dominion into the deepest dark. In this, we are one.
Save all that chitter-chatter for Tao. Our jump schedule has changed again, so we're moving exams up with it. Everyone has studied their temporal axioms unit, I assume?
TA? But we were meant to have physics.
By my precepts, I've never had such an enthusiastic group of students. Now, eyes on the main screen and pay close attention.
Temporal Axioms, Unit 6. The Prison of Linear Time. Presentism, the obsolete theory of linear time, posits that now is all that is real. In this frame, the present absolute, the now, moves constantly toward the future.
When are we ever gonna use this stuff?
And leaves the static past behind, discarded, consigned to unreality. The future remains to be discovered, but is less real than even the past. We see the shadows on the cave wall, but not the hands that cast them. The void offers humanity the truer telling of eternalism, that now is merely a facet of a great block.
My head hurts.
It is relative, and we can change the frame. The tyranny of the present absolute is overthrown. Tomorrow is now its equal.
Students, Eyes on your own screen.
Question 1. Which of the following is not one of the theories of time? Presentism, futurism, eternalism.
Again, something optional doesn't do anything for us, but the answer is B.
Correct. Presentism and eternalism are the principal theories of time. Question 2. What is the principal failing of presentism? It considers the present to be the only reality. It has never been endorsed by an Archimedean of unblemished standing. It lacks elegance. It is not true. Correct. As the name implies, presentism considers only the present to be real. Question 3. Lintana's parents have been captured, but she has a choice. The button that will open her mother's cell door will flood her father's cell with deadly radiation, and vice versa. She presses one of the buttons. Under eternalism, which of the following statements is universally true? Only one of her parents will survive. Only one of her parents will die. Her parents will survive. Her parents will die. Correct. Versions of reality now exist in which each parent dies. Lintana is assigned to one of them, but the other is no less real and is theoretically accessible.
I don't know why everything has to be multiverse now. They're just thinking about Starfield. I know this is older, but just thinking about Starfield.
Students, please direct your attention to the windows. You may find this instructive.
In 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Alright, then back at camp. So, we should be getting directed... Yeah, Wild Hunt. We're getting directed to hunt down an Archon right now. Oh, I want to go see Lotus first. Alright. So, you actually get a choice here. And... I think we're going to go with Nera first, which is the snake one.
How long does she have?
Because that one was incredibly simple to do last. And I'm going to assume that one is the easiest.
Hunt Era's Archons at once and take from them their power over restoration. Given such a task before you, I suspect you'll be gone before she.
Forgive me, but this would be a lot easier if you could use that old, Tenno magic. How did you lose it?
I didn't. More like, I don't have it yet.
I traced Eidolon's signatures the best I could. These locations seem most likely.
So, I think this one is the most egregious to fight, because its healing power is quite annoying. We can get around it with the smoke power, but I think we're going to leave that one till last, because I just think it's the most annoying. The next most annoying, and very close in my opinion, is the wolf. So it's probably a dealer's choice which one of these you leave till last. Because the one you leave till last, you're actually going to get to use your Warframe against, and that's why you kind of want to be selective about this. This one has the least egregious healing, but a couple of like difficult powers, but we'll go through that as we go in. So I'm going to go with Archon Nera first. A few apologies if this one is a bit messy. I didn't practice this mission specifically. But it shouldn't be too bad. The same concepts as before apply. So we kind of want to clear enemies out as we go.
I hope you're right.
So when we see stuff like that arriving, we want to make sure we're dealing with it.
A curious weapon, Drifter. You seem to have made a powerful friend.
There are a lot.
They have me, Era, until you come to your senses. Ballas is not one of us. He is a parasite, adapting to whatever suits him. He is using you and our kind. Surely you see that.
See what? A century of your failures? Your betrayal of your own people? Narmer has given our people more than you ever could. Victory. When my Archons have crushed this scantfly, you'll be back to rotting in the deep. Alone.
Dungeon is very nice in these enclosed areas. Elon. Also health orb, maybe just gonna pick it up. Keep moving. Sure, there can probably be airborne enemies here. Usually when we see those, it means we're getting closer. It's not very much in the way of, like, space here. Let's be careful. Definitely better to back off there, I think. Oh man. Line up, please. That could have been bad. If we'd have run in too quickly. Okay, so the most dangerous thing in this encounter is we need to make sure that we don't look at it when its eyes glow. But they're all quite dangerous. Now, we will get a number of revives. I didn't test how many. And it is going to be 2 separate encounters. So we're going to get it almost dead, and then it's going to flee. And then it'll have half health again. It's healing. How do we get around that? I guess we're just going to get around to the side of it. That was just a directional, I think. Need to see that again. I know how to get around the other ones. Alright, so this is where it's basically invulnerable until we deal with its mates. Not really an issue for us. Where's the last one? I would say, like, it's a decent time to heal, but it really isn't, because they're quite on you. One? Oh, it's got its thing on again. I think we need to keep it out here, in this open area. We can't get around it when it's doing its whip. Yeah, it is directional, look. No, it's got friends, okay. So if that was just heal for a second. So yeah, Nero definitely good to have as one of the first. As one of the first. I'm just kind of thinking in my head which is going to be better for the last one. They always get one of these grabs on you. Yeah. So now we go for encounter 2.
Let the beast recover.
Good healing would be nice. Platforming right there. Stop it. Smoky time, I think. All of it? No. There's a lot, come on. Not enough force to go through the box, that's a shame. Oh man, get down. We're gonna get taken down by a mower. That is actually like full mission restart as well. You get revives during the boss fights, you're not gonna get it against the normal enemies. So be careful of that. A bit dangerously close, you might say. That worked out, didn't it? Man, look how much damage it took. Just keep coming. Stop it. Give me a break. Give me health. Thank you. The container's hilarious. You think they just fill him with healing items, right? So I guess with this one, the mission is probably tougher than the boss. So usually they're going to be like at half health. This triggers them to want to heal, so we're going to be careful when the boss appears in a minute. Where did you get me from then? Sure, someone get me from behind. Let's get on there quickly. I don't know what you've gone in for. Oh, summon friends. Ha! Really? We just dealt with your friends. No one likes that. Why can't you be damaged? Heal him. Not funny. Got cackling. Oh, let's go for the grab again. I don't know why I guess iframes for the grab. That melee is pathetic. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Enemies, okay. Come on. There we go. So the first one, Stalker's going to come and help us out with this. Thanks, friend.
One of you out there is slaying dragons and doing it in style. Keep those hits coming. Drifter.
So now we're going to give the shard to the Lotus. Come on.
By the stars.
More.
Soon. Soon. I promise.
Not the ideal reaction, eh? Alright, so we've got some consoling to do. I think it's you first? No. That one's last in the corner.
Was that my mom?
Where is she? I'm sure it's a girl first. I think you're second. You bear it in. That's right, that's flashing for me. Let's go. Oh, that's telling the screen to turn off, that's why. I forgot about this bit.
Kill lights and switch off.
Holy jump commencing. And how exciting too.
Is it you? Or is it you? It is you. Yeah, I wasn't far off.
Why is this happening to us? What did we do wrong?
Something went wrong with the jump. But we'll survive. Promise.
Okay.
Hey, why don't you go sit closer to the others until we get environmental back?
My mom's coming to get me soon.
Oh, please, would you snap out of it? We are on our own now.
No! My mom's coming!
Rap. It's not really.
Hey, lose your light? Here, you can take mine. Thanks, kiddo. I think I will.
Right, so next Archon. I think it's straight into the next Archon. I don't know which one I want to face last. I'm trying to think which one's going to be better. I think we should do the owl next. They're both annoying, but
Two left. Just a simple choice between the horrible one and the terrifying one.
that's literally true. So just so that you guys can make the informed decision, this one's healing mechanic is it's going to split into a load of clones. Then you have to find the clone. It's kind of easy to spot if you're good at spotting like little glinty gold bits, because it doesn't lose its weapons, but it does put them on its back. This one creates like a force field. I'm leaning to this one because the Drifter's smokescreen allows you to penetrate the force field real easy. Yeah, let's go with this one. Because my Ignis Wraith is going to deal with clones like they're nothing. So that means we get a really easy final boss. Like, Nyra's also a really easy final boss, but this will be easier and gives us an easier path there. Now, this mission is a pain in the ass, and I died here a few times, so I'll try and show you guys a good way through, because I'm assuming... I'm not like a god at this game, but if I'm dying a lot, other people are going to die. So let's look at a route through, because I did have to figure one out. Let's go to you. For whatever reason, I did find that the pistol was good here.
I feel it itching in my mind. You're not just some lucky drifter, are you? Well, my Archon will be prepared for you and your friend. I'm afraid that luck of yours is
Not prepared enough.
Era, call off these aberrations. Give your sister a second chance at freedom. Are you so blind to the truth? You haven't won.
This actually feels different. I wonder if because I did it second, it may change the mission.
A servant to the old golden lord.
a second chance. I see. You're not just trying to stop my Archons from finding her. You're trying to bring her back yourself. Either way, she'll soon be returned to us, and this time as Natah, purged of Tenno lies and human weakness.
It's pretty straight into the boss battle by the look of it. Yeah, it is. Oh man, I'm gonna be unhappy that I'm on such low health. This is gonna hurt. Right. Lightning everywhere. This guy's a pain, as you can see. And you can't use your smoke screen up at any point. I don't think it'd help if you did. But... oh man, look how much health I've lost. There you go. There. It's like fighting the predator, isn't it? Kind of looks similar as well from this angle. Right, so this is what I'm talking about. So, got to put your smoke down in there. Oh man, I missed. That's how it heals itself. It's going to get all the way to full health now because I've dropped my smoke. We can't get in. Oh, it's because I pressed X to heal. Oh my god, I properly screwed myself there. Maybe I should have left this one. Here we go. Right, so I guess it's calling friends now. Oh, I did it again. Press the wrong button for heal. Screwed myself again. I guess they can't see me though. It has worked at least. How long is that? 13 seconds that cools down. Could have tried holding out. If it goes into heal mode now, it's gonna go back. Damn it! Listening gets back to full. Oh my, get off. Such a nightmare. Right, keep the smoke this time. Silly Joe. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm just pressing the wrong buttons. Calling friends? Must be. Yeah. Right, cool. So, drop smoke down, and this is on. I don't know why it's not working. Why isn't it working? And then you get inside, and then you can shoot it to stop it from healing. That's what's supposed to happen. I don't know why I keep missing with the smoke. There you go. It does feel like trying to fight predators on Schwarzenegger now. Man. Oh, I guess it cancels for reset. Get off. Well, at least it doesn't make us reset the whole level if we go down. Right, smoke. There we go. Now we're inside. And stop it healing. Finally got to show it off. Summoning friends, must be. Yeah, maybe I should have gone with this one last. Smoke. Move it forward. Summoning friends again. Heal them. Must be done. Smoke, get through. Get through. Such a long battle.
Why do you conspire against me, Father? There is peace and dominion now. The first in centuries. Our people will finally flourish as we were meant to, atop the pyramid of living things. All of us, as one.
Are you trying to convince me? Or yourself, son?
Is this the future of AI we're listening to right now? Just see if that could drop health. Shame that it's not able to. See, it's actually a bit different to how I did it before, I think. Just need to make sure I don't go down. Let's be careful. Yeah, so these are the dangerous ones. Alright. Gotta be like really careful. Very worth getting some shots off against you. Because it's hit scan. Don't mind me, I'm just cheating. Crazy. Alright, get out of the way, get out of the way. I'm gonna go down here if I'm not careful. I knew it. Okay, clearly the best thing for this door is going to be invisible. Let's see if we can drop it on the door, because I don't want the bombard to fire if I can help it. That is the issue over there. It's gonna see me out anyway. See if I can't get out of its line of sight or something. Because the blast radius on it is just obnoxious. I guess when you're normally playing, you don't notice it as badly. God damn it. Damn it. Is that the bomb? Yeah, it came over. Okay. The pipe protected me. That's supposed to be a lancer. What? Okay, so this corner where the pipe was that protected me earlier is definitely the best place to fight from. It blocks all of their ordnance BS. And in retrospect, definitely probably would have been better to go for the wolf, mostly because it would have been another corpus mission, therefore meaning less of this. And realistically, it is mostly the ordnance stuff that's the problem. Yeah, there we go. Good at that time. It's all good. A few more deaths there than I would have liked in the video, but that's fine. I kind of wanted it to be more natural anyway. Dog's making noise in the background, sorry. Right, so usually, yeah, here's this. We've got to be careful because when I did this in practice, yeah, go straight into heal mode. Is it healing? What's it doing? I don't know what it's doing. Oh, it's in reinforcement mode this time around. Where is it? One left somewhere. There you are. Good thing is, I didn't do it there. I probably could have tried it. If you line them up, you can get a free hit on the boss as well if you line them up. Right. Stop there. Like right at the beginning as well of the phase. So it can heal with... it can give itself more health than it starts with, basically. But damn it. You can't get out of anything, can you? Where's it gone? There. Oh, it's summon friends. One of those, ready? Such a weird thing to make necessary like that. Oh man, really? It missed again. There it is. It's weird. I don't know why it has like a weird delayed reaction there. Well, at least that one did. Summoning friends. They really did turn these into boss battles, right? Oh man, it's before... No, Smoke is still there. There we go. Yeah, I'm in. Stop that. Too much healing, damn it. Oh, come on, one more. Get in for the kill. Where's he gone? Yes, that's the last struggle session done.
Fairy stories ain't ever just about how monsters are real. They're lessons in how monsters can be killed. Here's to you, Drifter Archon Killer.
See, I think in retrospect, probably would have been mostly easier if we'd have gone with the Corpus ones. The Grenier Ordnance stuff is the problem.
I'm sure about this. Last time she snapped at you. What'll it be this time?
You don't know.
Unless she sprouts fangs, I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, not far off.
There's still another Archon after this. No biting this time, okay?
Blee.
I'm not. I'm Tenno. Zariman? All that?
Ten? No.
Lies!
Time's up, kiddo. I can save them. All of them. But you have to want it. Let's say we shake on it.
She's full-on sentient. She doesn't know who you are.
No shit.
What do we do?
Survive. That's it. So don't try to fight. Just try to avoid the beams as best you can. Going around in circles is the best because she has like a lot of straight line beams. And if she just gets ahead of you, she's generally going to catch you out. So we just need to run around. Now that for me, the cutscene happened when it came over this way. So let's see if we can trigger that. No. So yeah, we just have to run around. Alright, so if we can just keep a barrier between us and her.
Run.
And just last for a while.
Get away from her.
Oh, she broke the rock. I didn't know she could do that. She can appear ahead of us just there. No, she didn't. Usually she does. Yeah, there's like a teleport block. Oh, I didn't know she could destroy the environment. There you go. Lasts long enough.
Ordis! No!
Don't sweat it.
You're
Alive?
I don't know what I am, but I know what I must do.
It is her. I am certain.
But of course your Archons have her. Tenno! Even hell was not hot enough to split them.
What does it matter? You have won. Narmer spreads across the system. Monuments rise to your glory. All who live, bios and not, kneel before you.
But not them! You see some great triumph here? That this dullard herd worships me, wailing freedom from their rotten gobs. When the truth is, they all thirst for that piss-warm comfort of being told what to think. They wanted to kneel.
But not them. Then what is your command?
Gather the fleet. She is coming to us. What's left of her. She will kneel before me, and, by my word, slaughter the only thing she has ever loved. And then, we feast.
This is our first look at an area that's going to be coming up very soon. We want to go basically to the room that we were in with the other Tenno before. So strange. And we want to grab, here it is.
Still works.
Hello?
Cool thing is, if you've done Deviri Paradox, you get to customize the look of the Drifter, obviously, because it is the same character. I just want to get to the other side of the stream. There's no sprinting, so it's just cinematic effect. There he is. Look, let's go there.
Have a seat. It's all
What the hell? Hungry? Yeah? Ordis, okay? Yeah, but what are... Got all your warframes back. Yeah. Why did you... So, where's she at now? I don't know. Yeah. Still missing a few from the deck. Hunting that golden freak, I figure. What's his name? Ballas? Wait. So you don't know? Ballas, right. You ought to be more careful. I might not be around next time. Around? Okay, so what is this, then? Are you from the... future? Nah. But that'd be a lot easier to get now, wouldn't it? As far as I can make out, you're the me that got rescued from this shit, and I'm the you that did not. Not sure which of us got it worse. So, you've been stuck here this whole time? Not here, exactly. But yeah, stuck. You got bigger problems, right now at least. To freedom. Yep, it's great. Ah, that's my cue, I think. Would love to give you a hand and all, but the way this works, seems like finishing this is either you, or me, you. So, what do we think?
So the choice is purely cosmetic, but because of the way Lotus refers to us, I think the operator makes the most sense. So that's what I'm going to pick. We can change this as much as we want after this mission, so don't worry about it too much.
You. It's your turn. Bring her back safe, kid.
Exodus protocols reversed. Orbital frontal section reattached. Running diagnostics. Corrosion minimal. Ah. All seals holding.
Ordis?
Stasis protocols lifted. Systems coming back online. Cephalon refit complete. Ready for operational cross-check.
It's good to be back, Ordis.
Good to have you back, operator. Systems cross-check when you're ready. Looking forward to...
Tearing Ballas in half.
Finding the Lotus. Warframe vitals, strong. Warming up nicely. I've taken the liberty of rebuilding the paracesis. Transference signal, strong.
Hee. Everything's all good. And we have to use the paracesis. If you haven't already built it, you get one for free. I purposely didn't build mine so that you would be able to see this. We now have to look around, and we can interact with the mouth at the back, which I assume means we can now start using the helmet. Excuse me.
Seems to have survived the stasis.
I think I got stuck.
Hungry, no doubt.
Yeah.
The Llama fleet seems to be redeploying. Sensors show Murax clustering past Mercury. What is Ballas up to?
Let's give it a touch, shall we? She's an angry space mom now.
See this. She's going to see this. She wants that Murex.
Going after ballast, then? Some kind of vengeance precept? Ordis had no idea she was strong enough for such a confrontation.
She isn't. Not even close. We have to stop her, Ordis.
Alright then, let's get down there. To Cetus we go. Okay, so we make our arrival.
Right. The only way to reach that Murex undetected is up through the tower. We must speak with Konzu.
Okay. We're to start using operator powers a lot. Instead of kneeling now, we get to cloak. So as soon as that isn't looking at us,
Konzu's been afflicted with one of those wretched
void
llama
sling. Oh,
veils.
excuse me.
Tear off the lying mask.
So there's not much point in waiting around. Not hiding that little nook there. I'd love to have gone in there.
We must pull that oversized sentient leech from atop the Tower of Unum. Help the others as you helped me, Sura.
Good thing is, because it is a cloaking now, we can pretty much just walk around. Provided we have the power to do so. Now we could go ahead and save some of the Rostrons, but it doesn't really do us all that many favors, so I'm not bothering with that.
And I is forever at your service.
Sura, quickly now. Come to the air dock. Hurry, Oots. Fly, my friend. Stay out of their gaze.
I recommend just lifting up on this straight away, so get X pressed pretty much straight away. We don't need to get seen by any of these enemies. Float our way up to the point just ahead there. Nice simple forward momentum. We have to wonder just what's going to be available in Soulframe though. They're starting to get quite good at these like world areas and the things we can do. There we are, nice and easy. Complete with the Warframe.
Locals believe this tower to be inhabited by a great spirit they call the Unum.
And that she sees time all at once. I think it's just a metaphor.
Sura, do not harm any whom you could save. Kruna Meta.
Again, we could go around saving people. For the sake of speed, I'm not going to be doing stuff like that. It doesn't do anything for us.
up anything strange?
Nothing on my sensors. Keep in mind, operator, this was your idea.
Thought we had to go up a tower, not down. Shoot this with your operator. Pretty sure we're standing on this. No, the other side. Oh, I missed. That was kind of funny. We never got mimics around, might as well check, hadn't we? On the way up. On the way Upo. Hello. What helps is the molecular prime activates them so I can see exactly where they're going to be. Been quiet for a while, I'm aware, but I'm thinking if all we're doing is pushing forward, I don't think you need me to keep saying go forward and then go forward and then go forward. Take out some more mimics. I think it's so much more simple with a decent loadout on. Check they're dropping any sentient cores, that would be useful. This is the up I was thinking about before. Aha! We are closing in on the end of the mission. I think it has actually been 3 hours. And that's having a decent idea of how to get everywhere. Truly is a long mission. Like, for a lot of games, this would be half the game, right?
Must be recalling it back to the fleet as well.
Oh yeah, 2 crystals. Don't bother with this stuff.
Dreamer, let them defile no more.
Operator, I may be detecting something unusual. Should I focus scan?
Won't be necessary, Otis.
Should be alright to go now. Yeah, there we go. If you go too early, just makes you drop down. It's a slight thing that slows you down, but it's fine.
Murex trajectory increasing on vector heading 0 by 0 by 0. Right toward the main Narmer fleet, passing Mercury. One against so many, there's no way she'll get through.
This is not your fight, Tenno. Ballas is mine.
You're not ready! He has manipulated you for so long! He'll just own you, like he owns every other Narmer.
You are warned. Keep to your place.
They'll be fine. Alright, so those down, let's go.
Contact! Narmer blockade ahead. She's completely outnumbered, outgunned. What? By stars. They're lowering shields. She still has some command of the field.
But not the one ship Ballas now controls. The great sentient weapon of the old war. Do you know what she was called? Pregasa. The Devourer.
Yes. You know it. The ship that feeds on debris and derelicts to rebuild itself.
Not quite. Well, it's not quite all it does.
Please! You're not thinking straight. You need more time to heal.
Is that an Eidolon?
There
I think
is
it
no
is.
time.
Oh, it could be a
no
Repulus, actually.
mercy for Narmer.
Haven't covered that yet.
Pregasa
Probably
must
should do
stop
Wisp
before Ballas
soon.
can fulfill her original purpose. Pregasa.
But you see, I want everybody to have the Sirocco first. Saves you having to farm an amp. to deal with any of this stuff in here now. It's giving you a practice here when she does this. You're supposed to direct it at stuff. That's going to be important soon.
What do you mean? Feed on what?
The sun.
Tenno, on your 6.
Yeah, still got friends in the system.
Well met, Tenno, but no time for reminiscing. We are under attack. Target-rich environment. Get on those guns.
Notice that even though I had 2 crew before, we have no crew now. Well, yeah, this way. I'm not terribly worried about fighting them all if I don't have to.
Shield's down. She still has fangs. Time for the big gun. Get on it.
Yeah. Get a bit closer. I don't think it hits 8,000 meters away. We'll see. My ship's got enough toughness it can take it. Although maybe not for long.
Great shot, kid. That was 1 in a million. Gravimetrics are chaotic. At current rate, this railjack will burn on approach.
So,
Weird. That thing appears to be eating the sun.
We have got to stop it. What if we approach using the wrecked ships as cover?
Priority. Get close enough to execute slingshot maneuver. Time transitions with solar flare events for maximum cover. Engines locked.
let's go. Can't even use like sprints and stuff. We've only got normal speed.
My people, long have you waited for the sign.
I don't know if this counts. Hopefully it does.
Look to the sky. It grows darker by the moment. That darkness gathers strength, strength enough to open the void and bear me onward to Sacred Tau.
Gravitational waves increasing. Helm will feel sloppy. Shields burning away. Watch your vectors.
I'm trying. Bit dicey.
What will become of you, my people? My flock? You will join me there, of course, but by another path. The path of sacrifice. The path of oblivion. Cleansed of all doubt, for you will peer into pitch of day and find the sun is gone. Its heart-rendered, beating in my hand. The cost of my passage.
Just wait a second.
We are...
Crew, brace for shockwave.
To that bit of debris. Pretty much ignore the enemy ships. So, can we go? I can't tell if we can. Gonna try it anyway. Be close now. Seems to be like an automatic thing. Where are we? Omni. It did that to me on the on my practice run as well. I couldn't tell if I'd made a mistake or if it was going to always do it.
Entering slingshot range. Orphix pulse fields detected aboard.
This is why you need your necromech.
In the barrel. You will need it.
Alright, son. You're clear after launch.
My father was right, but it's too late. I cannot stop Ballas. No one can. Soon, my people, and yours too, will all be destroyed for the pride of one man. Follow me.
Let's go. It just like leading us through these. There's so much health for bombs as well. eliminate resistance. It's basically exterminate right now. It's funny, Eris is actually quite a strong fighter. When he's around us anyway.
Reaches him, he will make her his puppet. Together, they will annihilate the sun. And so, my sister must...
I know! Maybe if she was stronger, we wouldn't have to.
When Eris shows the way. Standing in the sunbeams. Oh yeah, this bit. We should just be able to run across. If you've got... No, it didn't work for me there, did it? If you've got like jump mods on, this can be a little bit annoying, so just be careful. Error. Shows we again. So in that instance there, he's just attacking the Grenier because he wants to. And if you just leave him, it takes him ages to do it himself, so you just might as well destroy them. Do you mind? Oh, you have to wait for Eris to make those vulnerable. What did? You done it? Nope. There we go. Sound like a relic opening them. Give me my Warframe. Clear. Give it to me. Oh no, we have to think. Do we have to think first, maybe? So we need to defeat the enemies guarding. Excuse me. Shouldn't be terribly difficult. Need to defeat these. Oh. They're guarding each of these. There we are. Get to the side. Mr. Wolfie, you can leave me alone. So because I'm solo level, the emote amp is fine for these. It's not doing the damage, is it? It's kind of funny you can't see me. Hehe. Oh, Archon, you are not going to enjoy this. Yes, whichever one you make last is real easy. Maybe we should have done the owl last.
What a glorious reunion. You and Mother Dearest both come to send me on my way. I am ready, Tenno. Are you? Kneel! Kneel, and I will spare these worlds. Beg, and I will make you complete again.
I had something different in mind.
I loved you once. You were so like her.
You dreamed of a Margulis you could control, but she chose death over you. I said to stay out of this.
But you can't, can you? Still desperate to save her from herself. You never truly knew her, did you? What she most needs.
No!
Why do you make me do these things? Say I love you, my master.
I love you, my master.
Now, kill your child. For me.
Okay, so see the lens things? When she does her beam on us again in a second, that's where we've got to reflect it to.
There's a good girl. Repair the hurt you have dealt us. Have dealt me. No! No!
He's not doing it, is he? No. So deal with his mates. Oops. Gonna give us a beam again. Fine, do that one. No, not quite. Well, oh, come on. Really unstable there.
You had to have a child. And with an open heart, I gave you this. And my reward? Being left to watch as all your love, my love, poured into the bottomless well of this abominable child.
All this for jealousy.
Remember what he did to you!
I remember my old self dissolving beneath your fingers, shaping me, directing me. Lua.
Yes, let's discuss what I did. I, who have endured your torture in me, your lies, your betrayals, without complaint. All for you. And this is my reward.
You lie. You are small.
That's there. One left there.
Pitiful. I am loved.
Not loved enough.
Are a mask with nothing behind it.
Pitiful, broken thing. A puppet accusing her maker of a lack of substance, was it?
Alright, okay, so at this point, he's going to do those beams, and we need to tempt him to do it into these.
Very well. She can take your
When he breaks the lens, he's going to attempt to fire at her. We just need to put void damage on him. See how easy that is? We've got the weakest amp in the game. It's not even an issue.
Stop. Spare them. Spare
Where's the
them,
lens?
and I will be whatever you want.
Shut up!
Give me a lens.
You are making me do this. And when this child is dead, you and I will have words.
Come on. There we are. So getting hit there kind of does us a favor. Let's just get over it. Whoa, whoa. Yeah.
You never understood me.
Let's dodge again.
My future lies with Tau. Not here, not with you.
Stop. Stop.
She has this coming. Do not interfere again. I cast you from my sight, Lotus.
Come on. Sorry, it's just a mic there. It's going to be a bit of a bump.
Very well. I give you my death, and yours as well. The unstoppable annihilation of every single last thing. Pleased? Satisfied? Are you now full up with death?
Okay. This is basically a cinematic now.
Ever comprehensible to myself.
He's going to walk up to her, then we're going to get cinematic.
My ambition beyond the grasp of people. Thus, I have always been alone. Your death changes nothing. What are you? Tell me that. What barren, disgusting thing have I let into my house and my heart? Tell me!
Child. Run!
Run? Where should they run to? You've only destroyed everything! Alone at last. Now, kneel. You monstrous bitch!
My love.
Margulis.
Kiss me. I was Nata, Margulis, Lotus?
That's up to you. He's gone.
You. Thank you.
At the end, what did you see?
I saw... nothing. Nothing.
We've got work to do. Narmer's shattered, but they've got a martyr now. And the old guard are already eager to fill the vacuum. If you're ready.
I'm not sure. There are voices. I am not one.
I know. But maybe you could choose one voice to lead the others? It's your choice.
So, I'm going to choose Margulis. This is one that I chose last time. I don't think we can change it. It should warn you. Yeah, this choice will not be saved. Your choice of Margulis or anything. Yeah, so whatever you choose here after the first time is going to be saved anyway.
Has divided the world, leaving a deep wound. We need healing. I am Margulis.
Note that you can change the skin later. But for whatever reason, the denomination she gets out of Margulis, Natar, and Lotus stays. And as of right now, I don't even know what effect that's going to have in the future. And with the new war now complete, I highly recommend heading back to where your operator is so that we can equip the Sirocco pistol, as that is going to be significantly better than the moat amp. Okay, big difference. And also note that if you want to, you can change from the child mode to drifter mode. This is pretty cool because I think we can actually set up to have 2 different builds this way. Although I prefer just using the drifter because now that we can play as an adult, why would I play as a child? That's just kind of the way it's going to be. So next up then, we've got Veil Breaker coming. I can't practice that because it's only once per account. I played it when it first came out a while ago, so I kind of have some hazy memories of it, but that's what's coming up next. And then Zariman's Angels of Zariman after that. Veilbreaker I don't think requires any gear on our part because we're going to be taking over Carl, that was from the beginning of this video. So it should pretty much be pretty easy for us to get on in there. So I hope that helps you guys out. I hope you've enjoyed this really long video. I haven't got a clue how long. Wow, 3 hours 43 minutes. And I'll catch you guys again very soon.